Well, good afternoon for a very dark and overcast Yorkshire. Well, mind you, it is the 21st of December, so it's the shortest day of the year. But it's barely got light tonight, so I don't know, today rather, so I don't know how well this will show. The last of what I would think would be the board games, well, certainly for this year and probably for quite some time. These are second hand. It's War of the Ring, core set, first edition, and its expansion, Battles of the Third Age. Now you're asking, well, you've already got second edition, both expansions. Why on earth would you want the first edition? And that's a good question, and I'm pleased you asked. So I'm going to start with the expansion. So I'll switch off a moment and come back to you. This is the board inside the expansion. I don't know what you can see at this light, but we've got Orthanc up at the top. We've got Manus Tirith. Is it Manus Tirith? Yeah, Manus Tirith and the Hornburg down here. We've got Edoras across here and the rivers. Now what we've got here is a zoomed in version of the big strategic map that shows the whole of Middle-earth. And on this map, with the different terrains showing, you can actually fight a tactical battle rather than just the standard battle which you would fight normally on the on the full game. Now if I turn it over, it's double-sided. This side, oh no, it was Helm's Deep on the other side. This is Manus Tirith and the walls. And you see these numbers of defensive bonuses, etc. We've got the rivers, we've got fords, some of the shadow force nations across there. And again, once it sits flat, it's a zoomed in version. So we can do our battle. I mean, the walls stretch right out here, look, for Manus Tirith. We've got the Causeway forts down here, we've got Howland. And so again, we can do a close-in battle, which is one of the main reasons I wanted this. The other reasons, if I get the box down, remember this is second hand as well, but it's in good condition. We get some more, so that's all right at the back, ships, the Corsairs of Umber in this set. Well, I've got them in my expansion, I've already got some of them, but that's not a problem. Slip it back then. Siege towers. For this game, we've got siege towers, and that's for the, well, whoever's doing the sieging basically, whether it's presumably the shadow forces. To counter the siege towers, stop rattling, we have got some catapults. All the different things that we've got in here, we've got some half orcs. I don't know whether you can see them. Half orcs. They look like mini Uruk-hai basically. So we've got some of them. Don't have none of them in the other set. We've got here, these are interesting. This is Southron Cavalry. Now we've got the Mamelukes and their infantry, but now we've got some Southron Cavalry. And again, this is for these expansion games, but they're going to get another use, as I'll explain later. We also get some extra troops in this blue colour for Rohan and Gondor. We get Ents, which obviously I've got in my expansion for the second edition, but a lot more Ents, including in here we've got Treebeard. So I've got a Treebeard figure now. We've got a Mounted Witch King and a Balrog. Well, yes, I've already got them in the second edition expansion. We've got some, I think these are called Black Oaks, and these have got crossbows. Again, that's something new that I don't have. More troops for the Free Peoples for this game. More leader figures. These you're supposed to give them proper names. There's some little tokens in here you place underneath the base. These are proper names for leaders of Gondor. So they give you the extra for that. And the same again here for Rohan, for each side of this expansion game book. What else have we got figure-wise? We've got, some Dunlane things. Well, yeah, I've got some of them in the expansion. And of course, we've got a whole cartload of tokens and cards, etc. So, that's the expansion. And I'll put this away and I'll come back to you with the main game and do a bit more explaining. Now here's the base game. I've got the map. It's in two pieces, like there the map was. The font on it is different. Some of the colours are different, but and it's smaller than the second edition board. But I do like it. It's a nice board. I quite like this. It's not as in your face as a second edition board. But I've got plans for that. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So now I've got all these figures. Well, as you know, I've already got all these. Well, not quite. For instance, here we've got the Nazgul. Now in the second edition, the Nazgul was kind of crouched on a rock tree stump thing with the wings down by the side. To be honest, it looks as if they were sat there taking a dump. These look as if they're just leaping up into the air to begin flight, and I think they look a lot more dynamic and a lot more impressive. So I really wanted these boys because they look great. Obviously I've got all the extra dice, more dice than I can shake a pistol. Let's put them back in the right pile. Now I've got all these forces, whether it's for the Shadow Player or for Free People, dwarves, etc. I shall paint them up very similar in colour to the original game that I've got, which I've already painted up, but with a subtle difference, so that I can tell the two sets apart. Because I don't want to mix them, because there is a finite number of Free Peoples in the main game that can come on as reinforcements, and I don't want to suddenly flood the box with figures that shouldn't be there, basically, because that would ruin the game, it would break the game. So I want to keep them separate. But another reason I want to paint them slightly different is I want to do tabletop battles. Not using the board, but maybe Dragon Rampants or some other fantasy rules. So if I paint up all these troops, I mean here we've got an Uruk-hai, very similar to what I've painted up already, but with some subtle difference so I can tell them apart. There could be a different warband, a different faction. Same with the elves. Paint them up slightly different. And then you say, well, what about the Witch King? You've already got it. Exactly the same pose. Well, I have, yeah. But again, he could be painted up slightly different and he could become a captain or a hero of one of the units that he's leading. Same with the figures for the Free Peoples. They could be exactly the same. Paint them up slightly different. Gandalf here, Gandalf the Grey, he'll get painted up slightly different, and I can already tell you, I've already started to write a story for this fella. This is now Baradoc, a warlock. And his story is already in preparation. And that's basically, if I'm going to fight a tabletop battle, you all know I love my storytelling. No point having a battle without a backstory and characters. So, I shall create my own characters. Obviously, I'll still have to use orcs and men and elves and dwarves, but that's not a problem. I should create my own fantasy story. And this map is going to form the basis of the world I create. Why draw another map when I can use that? Okay, I'll change all the names. There'll no longer be Moria, and there'll no longer be Lorien, Shire, etc. I'll give them all new names. I'm not going to write on the board. I'm not going to deface this lovely piece of work. Just put a label or something on, so it's like a, if you like, a campaign map with figures moving around. And maybe if there's a pitch battle, we then move to the tabletop if two forces meet in an area. Or maybe it's just an orc warband on a raid. We can fight a skirmish game on the tabletop. But all the while, I can write my backstory and create my characters to go with this new world. Obviously, it's not going to be a patch on Mr. Tolkien, he's the master. But I can give it a good shot. I like storytelling, and I'm fairly good at it. So I think I can make it work. So having all these armies, I'm going to be able to, if necessary, on a tabletop, got to feel something like 600 figures. Well, that ain't bad, is it, for an epic-sized battle? I mean, you could make Minas Tirith and Helm's Deep look something like with that lot. So that's what I plan to do. So during the summer, from Easter, I shall start painting these again. I don't have a problem with my fingers. I'm suffering quite a lot with arthritis. I'm hoping it's mainly because of this winter weather and the damp and cold and that. In the summer when it warms up, they'll ease off a bit. But even if I can only manage 5 minutes in every 15 with a paintbrush in my hand, that's still 20 minutes in an hour. And if I'm messing about on and off doing it each and every day when I'm back at the summer place, if I can get a couple of hours painting in a day, I'll soon whip this lot off and get them ready for the tabletop, as well as still being able to play the standard board game, of course, and the new tactical games which are in the expansion. So that's the plans. That's why I've got 2 sets. In case you thought I'd gone mad. But to me, it just seemed and I picked these, because that expansion set, it's like hen's teeth trying to find them. You're just not available. And even if you see them second hand, absolutely stupid money they're asking. This came up, but it was the 2 together. You have to have the base game and the expansion for a really good price. A lot less than what people are asking just for that expansion. So I put a bid in, hoping for the best but expecting the worst, but I went back and there it was. You are the winner. So I happily paid the chappie, then he sent it. And he's a happy bunny and I'm a happy bunny. And it now means that the project that I've been planning for a while can indeed go ahead. And I've also got myself another painting project for this coming summer. So that's what's been going on, that's what I've been doing, and hopefully you'll follow the progress. As I say, it won't really start until Easter, although the backstory has already started. So I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thanks for watching and take care. Oh, and if I don't speak to you beforehand, all of you have a very Merry Christmas and a very happy, healthy and prosperous New Year.